Artistic Gamer 7, and I'm back with another part to the Cassie's Dream Home build. So if you watched the first part, then you sort of already know what is going on. It's a house that I built for my friend's sim, and it's considered her dream home. You know, the home that she's eventually working her way up to living in with whoever it may be that she ends up with, hopefully. So, but this house definitely quite an expensive house, really. So she's got to work real hard on that to get to the point where you can afford this house. But I did enjoy building this house so much. The first part, obviously, was the build. If you've watched it, you know that. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it was the building part. I built all the rooms and the outside and sort of did a little bit of the outside. In this part, and also in the next part, it will be the decorating. I cut out some pieces here and there, like a lot of the bathrooms I cut out. I didn't cut out the master bathroom, which you'll actually see that I cut to the master bathroom as I'm building the movie theater, because I just totally got sidetracked. I was like texting my friend every once in a while, asking her questions here and there to sort of figure things out. I do have a few things planned for her sim actually already, so I was taking that into consideration, and the style that she sort of decorated her current home, which is a smaller home, and also sending her messages here and there, sort of seeing what she likes and trying to get an idea of how to decorate this. She still, to this day, has yet to see how the full thing finished, particularly the interior. She's at least seen pictures of the outside. It wasn't 100% complete when she's seen them, but she has seen pictures of outside, and the few pictures I've sent her trying to ask her things were really zoomed in closely, like for the movie theater, which I'm currently working on. I asked her which chair would she'd rather want in her movie theater, which I did tell her what rooms will be in her home, but I mean, that doesn't really tell you much. So I asked her what chair she would want, but I zoomed up really close on the chairs, so like you could maybe gather bits of information here and there, but you couldn't gather a whole lot from it. So, yeah, she still doesn't know. But, if you're watching this, here's your home! Anyway, this is the second part. I have to split it in three, even after removing certain things. Like, I removed doing a lot of the lighting, because at one point I went through and actually did the lighting for every single room before even decorating all the rooms. I removed, like, doing that. I removed, like, the bathrooms, like I said. I also removed the laundry room, because it wasn't really that big of a deal, and stuff like that. Now, you will notice with some of the builds, I think I mentioned builds. With some of the rooms, I talked about how I went back and I changed some of the layout slightly. So you'll notice that in some of the screenshots, or while you're watching me decorate, that sometimes the walls or the layout may be a little bit different from the build video, but that's because when I went to go actually decorate it, one, I realized some of these rooms are like a lot bigger than I really needed them to be. Like, the movie theater's fine, because technically even an at-home theater usually is really big. Even if you don't necessarily use all the space, a lot of times you have just that enough room to set like a lot of chairs, put a little extra things, have moved to walk around, decorating, and things like that. Also, from a sound point of view, certain things go into those thoughts when making something like an at-home theater or an actual theater. So that wasn't fine, but when I got to like things like the kitchen and some of the bathrooms, I was like, well, this is a huge bathroom for it not to be like attached to someone's room, or to be not the master bathroom. And even the master bathroom was pretty big, and I was like, what am I gonna do with it? But I love how the master bathroom turned out. Like, it's probably my favorite master bathroom I've ever made in The Sims. And I don't do good with bathrooms in general, and I'm still learning how to build and decorate and all that stuff well in The Sims anyway. But particularly bathrooms. I feel like part of me's like, I partially don't fully care as much because it's just a bathroom. Which here I go working on the master bathroom. I'm like, but I'm like, it's a bathroom. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. Because my personal experience with bathrooms aren't really that fancy and big or anything extravagant. So I'm just like, throw what you really need in there and then make it look at least somewhat decent and call it a day. But I actually, like, looked up pictures and tried to, like, get an idea to make this bathroom different and pretty and unique, especially since it was the certain size it was. So I was trying all these different things, and I love how it turned out. Love this bathroom. But anyway, so there's that. But I love how the whole house turned out. I'm actually really proud of it. I tried quite a few new things in it that I haven't tried before. So that was a lot of fun. And I hope you enjoy how it turns out. Like I said, this is only part 2. There will be a part 3. Part 3 will basically be like the ending part of the decoration, but at the very end, there will be screenshots sort of summing up the whole entire thing. So the outside, the inside, everything will be summed up in those screenshots. And in the screenshots, I know like the laundry room is included. I think I included most of the bathrooms. So some of the things that you may have not seen or only got a glance of during the build, like the speed decorating build part of it, you can see in those screenshots and such. So definitely make sure to be looking out for a part 3 of this. I know this one is coming out a little bit while after I meant it originally to, for after the build video, but some things happen. I'm having to do some of the recordings a little bit differently for a while, and I got around to where I'm able to actually record a voiceover for this. So I apologize for being a little bit later than I meant it to be or than I wanted it to be, but it is here now, and the third part actually should not be very long after, because I want especially these 2 parts to be close together since they are both decorating wise and doing the interior. Let me know how you're thinking, like what you're thinking about the house so far. Do you like it? Tell me about this master bathroom. Do you like it? Would you want it in real life? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, just know that there are some more build things coming out, but I'm also having some creative sims coming out more often, and currently right now in my current position, I can only mainly record PC things. I'm going to try to figure out some things with my PlayStation 4 and my Switch. I do have some videos backed up where I can still show y'all some from them, but I will mainly only be recording on my PC for now. So I'm going to have a lot of creative sims and stuff to do, so definitely keep an eye out for those. Follow me over on Twitter so you're updated, and also I do a lot of vote type things that you can participate in over on Twitter too that will decide things for the channel. So definitely go check those out. My Twitter, along with the other social medias, is in the description below, along with all of the Sims 4 playlists, so you can go check it back on those or catch up on some things that you're behind on. And I'm gonna let music play for the rest part of this. I'll see you in part 3, which will be the final finishing of this build. And then you actually get to see how the whole 100% thing turned out to be. So definitely look forward to that. Hope you're enjoying this build so far, and I'll see you in the next one. Let you enjoy some music and the build.
Life is so easy. Life is so easy. Give me your freedom. So selfless. Life is so easy. Give me your freedom. Give me your freedom. Life is so easy. Give me your freedom. So selfless. Life is so easy. Your freedom, so selfless. Life is so easy. Give me your freedom. So selfless. Life is so easy. Give me your freedom. So your freedom. Life is so life is so easy. Give me your freedom. So selfless. Life is so easy. Give me your freedom. Life is so easy. Give me your freedom. So selfless. Life is so easy. Give me your freedom. Give me your freedom. Life is so easy. Give me your freedom. So selfless. Life is so easy. Give me your freedom. So selfless. Life is so easy. Give me your freedom. So selfless. Life is so easy. Give me your freedom. Life is so easy. Give me your freedom. So selfless. Life is so easy. Life is so easy. Give me your freedom. So selfless. Life is so easy. Give me your freedom. Life is so easy. Give me your freedom. So selfless. Life is so easy. Give me your freedom. Give me your freedom. Life is so easy. Give me your freedom. So selfless. Life is so easy. Your freedom, so selfless. So selfless. Life is so easy.